We all know that the One UI 7 experience on a Samsung flagship is pure chef's kiss. But what about the experience on a phone that costs under Rs 10,000, the Samsung Galaxy F06, which also comes with One UI 7 out of the box? So what I'm going to be doing is finding out the differences in experience of using One UI 7 on a flagship phone and a budget phone. There are quite a few interesting things that we noticed, and trust me, if you're a Samsung user, you need to watch this video. Hi, if you're watching me for the first time, I'm Ershad. This is Track and Tech English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. Samsung users who've been using One UI for a while will know that, One UI used to have this core experience for budget phones. Looks like with One UI 7, that won't be the case anymore. And the advantage of not being a core edition means that you will not have to skimp out on a lot of experiences that you get with a flagship phone like the Galaxy S25. And the very first advantage of that is that visually both the experiences are largely identical. You get the same icon pack on both the phones. Both also have split quick settings and notifications panel, and they can also be customized exactly the same way. Yes, you even get the same redesigned recents page as well. The new widgets and the new customization options for widgets that are available, all of that are also similar. For example, you get 3 different widget sizes, plus One UI on F06 also comes with the updated system widgets, like the new gallery widget where you can choose the shape of the widget. The home screen also has the option for enlarged folders on the F06. Heck, even the lock screen customizations that you get with the S25, like the fact that you can reposition the size of the clock, change the thickness, all of that is also possible on the F06. Plus, you also can add your own lock screen icons as well. The camera app's design is also very similar to the S25. Of course, you get more features on the S25, but that's the only difference. And Samsung has also kept the same UI design language for the S25 and the F06 without any discrimination, which is very good, because the pill-shaped icons that we saw, the pill-shaped settings, for example, when you open up the volume slider, all of that is similar on the F06 as well. Honestly, if I were just to share the screenshots from the S25 and the F06 and show them side by side, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two. Now, while visually the experience is very flagship grade even on the F06, the same is not true for all the other aspects of One UI 7, and I'll come to that in a bit. Now, before I move on, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It helps the channel out. Visually, the One UI 7 experience on the F06 and the Samsung Galaxy S25 were very similar, right? But there are definitely some differences in the smoothness of the animations. Let me explain. The good thing is that on the F06, you also get the same animations and you get the same bouncy effects that we saw with the S25 series. But since the hardware inside the F06 is not that powerful, you will notice some stutters once in a while, and therefore it is not as smooth as a flagship experience. That said, I'm still happy that Samsung keeps the animations on a budget phone instead of cutting it out. Many other brands do that even with mid-range phones. Now, if you know which brand I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. And like I showed you at the start, the Now bar with One UI 7 is available even on the F06. In fact, you also get stacked live activities with the Now bar. Talking about which, you also do get stacked live activities in the notification shade, which is also very good. The new charging animation that is also available with the F06. The granular battery charging protection settings that you get with the Samsung Galaxy S25 series, that's also available with the F06. So you can set the charging to slow down at 95%, 90%, or 80%. Now you also get widget opening and closing animations with the Galaxy F06, but again, it's not as smooth as the S25 series, which is something which we expected. And the reason why we expected this is because the F06 comes with a processor that's obviously not as powerful as the S25 series, right? So you are bound to have some problems with the animations. Now remember when I said that the design and the animations and the UI elements all look very similar, but there are some differences that you will notice in the experience of using the F06 and the S25 with One UI 7. Firstly, you get tons of recommendations. Glance is also integrated in the lock screen. Third-party apps are, more on the F06, and there are ads as well because it's a budget device. See, this is the Galaxy widget on the F06. It's not present in One UI 7 on the S25. It comes on the home screen by default, and it just continuously serves ads for different apps. But one thing I did notice a lot of people talking about, saying that the Galaxy S25 also serves some kind of, unwanted recommendations with the Galaxy Store. But that's when you open the Galaxy Store. On this, there are a lot of recommendations even otherwise. Because there's also a Discover tab in the app drawer of the F06, and clicking on it will just show you recommendations and ads for installing different apps. We even compared the third-party pre-installs. On the S25, there were about 6 apps pre-installed, but all of them were mostly useful. On the F06, there were 10 apps pre-installed. Some of them were not useful. Now, apart from this, one way to distinguish the One UI 7 experience between these two phones is support for AI. Because F06 has none of the AI experiences. There is no Galaxy AI that you get with this phone. No interpreter, no translator, no object eraser. and not even circle to search. Even the AI enhanced search in settings with the S25 is not present on the F06. Now visually it does look similar, but it doesn't support contextual inputs. Plus simple features like screen recording are not possible on the F06, and some complex additions like Good Lock are not supported on the F06 either. Honestly, even if Samsung just added circle to search and screen recording options for budget phones, that would even, elevate the experience. We also checked one more thing where both the phones are running the same Knox security update and the same Google Play update as well. Plus, while the S25 has 7 years of software update support, on the F06, 4 years are promised, which is also very, very good. 4 years of OS updates and 4 years of security updates. But the bigger question is, will the updates come on time, considering that the S24 series still doesn't have One UI 7, which surprisingly is there on the F06. You know what? After testing One UI 7 on both these phones, we were really surprised with how similar the experiences are. Even with the F06, you get more or less 70 to 80% of the One UI 7 experience that you get with the flagship phone. And the price difference is much, much higher than that. So Samsung seems to be doing a very good job of porting One UI 7 for budget phones. So you know what? I'm actually expecting the One UI 7 experience with the mid-range Samsung phones like the Galaxy A series, M series, and the F series to be even better, because you won't have that kind of stutters and animations that you see with budget phones, which is something that I'm really looking forward to. So what did you guys think of the One UI 7 experience on budget phones? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'd love to know your thoughts. Also, would you like to see more videos like these? If you have any suggestions, then we'd definitely take that in the comments as well. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe.